but he's sending Scorp tanks down here. He's got enlightened. He could, I don't think he can take this force here. I'm not sure where those flame tanks have gone. There's probably a few flame tanks sifting around the map somewhere, but I can't see where. Conyard moving midfield. He's going for the blue field. There's 3 flame tanks here. There's an elite one as well, so that's going to cause him a lot of problems. So if those 3 flame tanks just rushed in, they could definitely drop some structures before being stopped with the amount of forces he's got there at the moment. Still can't see a tech center from Encore. I mean, he's pretty much pushed. He needs units at the moment. Stucci managed to get the advantage back there in those fights, and it's not good. And those flame tanks have moved in. I didn't see them move in, but they have moved in now, and they're going for the war factory. They take it out. 2 flame tanks down, 1 more left. Or maybe only 1 went down. Another elite one there. Takes out Scorpion tanks. Oh, this isn't good. There's a fight happening down here as well. It looks like those Scorpion tanks probably won't be able to beat that army down there. But look at that heroic. Oh man, this is big trouble. And there's another one there. Oh man, he may win this fight. No, he's calling all his units to the center. So Stucci somehow managed to come back and just really smash not Andre, Encore. I'm getting all the names wrong now. I get these names mixed up. And look at that, and a heroic flame tank there. I think it's just about all over for Encore there. I think he thought he had a big advantage, and then he kind of wasted it. And those flame tanks there are really, really good for Stucci. I think, yeah, Encore really needed to do something about stopping those flame tanks sooner, because they got into his base like 4 or 5 times, you know, without any opposition, and that really cost him, because once they get into the base, they can just drop buildings so quickly. And look at that, Harvesters going into Crush, reverse moving over. They obviously do reveal themselves when that happens. And they all go down now, so it looks like Encore is just fighting for the last. Heroic flame tank coming around. He's got nothing left. He's got a few enlightened around here, but they're not going to be able to stop this imp spam. Yeah, so well done to Stucci there, managing to come back after losing all those harvesters just after the mid game after his expansion. I thought he was really on the back foot. I think Encore didn't work his advantage as much as he could have. And yeah, those flame tanks just crippling. He needed to do something about those flame tanks. Stucci actually had a lot more units, probably because of the imp spam. But nonetheless, and look at that, a lot more money by Encore. You can see where he hit the economy down here at the 6-minute mark, and then he was always behind, like, you know, $10,000, $20,000, and then he even spread out further at the end, and he still managed to come back and win. So yeah, probably not the best mix by Encore there. Too many enlightened, perhaps. Needs some more anti-infantry. So well done to both players. Good game, and we'll jump into one more game. Yep, that's right, I got one more. Let's have a look. Tournament Rift. Oh, I'm not sure if I should do that one or that one. Rubini versus CGF. Now I'll do Mars versus CGF. I don't know who these guys are. Well, I know who CGF is, but... Alright, we're back on Rift again. With Mars and Crazy GDI Fan. Mars is random. Crazy GDI Fan is Blackhand. Back on Rift, it's been a really popular map for 1.03. I mean, this and Decision has basically been it. There's a couple on Arena, but yeah, not a lot happening with the other maps. So yeah, it looks like Mars has dealt some kind of screen team. We'll just wait for him to draft or build some units or see what he's got. He's definitely not Traveler 59. He's either Screen Vanilla or Reaper. He's actually going a Jeweler Simulator. Got 1, 2 buzzers. He's probably going several buzzers, and Blackhand 4 squads there. 4 squads, 1 engineer. He's sending them all down the guts. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buzzer squads. So he's obviously looking to take out some Blackhand, but he's probably not going to find any down there. How many engineers did he get? He only built 2, so he's only planning on getting 1 spike down the bottom. And he's going to completely avoid all of these scouts, and both sides are probably going to be able to scout each other's base out quite thoroughly. And look at that, he is Screen Vanilla. Mars is Screen Vanilla because he doesn't have a shielded tripod. Not shielded tripod, shielded harvester. And he obviously doesn't have a advanced articulator, so he's not Traveler. So Screen Vanilla versus Blackhand. That is right. Yes, I'll stop bringing that up now. And look at that, buzzers coming in to scout GDI's base. And scouts over here as well. Interesting placement of the War Factory there. You think if they place it, Mars would have placed it closer to his refinery to allow repairing. Although Screen Harvesters repair pretty quickly on Tiberium. He's probably not too fussed about that. And he's got something else building. He's almost got... No, he's only halfway done with the second ref. And look at that, op center down by Crazy GDI fan. But those buzzers have seen it. I'm not sure what he's going to do with that. He's upgraded a power plant. And what is it? It's a flame tank that comes out. That's going to be devastating to Scrin if it gets into his base. He just needs to make sure he can get it there first. That's going to be a problem. And look at that, a nerve center from Mars. So he's probably going to dev tanks. And dev tanks would easily be able to stop a flame tank. Although those flame tanks, the threat of the flame tank will probably keep him in his base. He's gone one. He's got a Reckoner now. So flame tank followed up by a Reckoner. That's actually pretty good. A pretty good idea. He needs to put some rockets in that ASAP. Or flame. Did he build a Black Hand? No, he's just drafted one Black Hand squad. No other infantry to put in there. He could probably put in one of these Cabal, not are they Cabals? Yeah, Cabal squads up here. But look at that dev tank has charged up. He's only on one ref here. So perhaps he was looking to dev rush, but now he's realized that he's going to get flame tank rush. So he's going to try and do something about that. That flame tank, oh no, the Reckoner is there. And look at that, here comes a flame tank, but it's not shooting, and it uses the power plants as cover. He gets one power plant, but that dev tank is going to take it down. And the Reckoner is up there. So the flame tank did get in, which was good, and now he's going to flame this warp sphere. Big trouble now, because there's a Scorp tank there to draw the fire from the dev tanks there, and that Reckoner is going to get that warp sphere. It's more than halfway dead, so I can't see him not losing that. Ooh, it's going to be close actually. He's got the repair tool on it. I think he's going to have it. Let's bring them both up. Yeah, the warp sphere is down. That's a big move. He could even destroy the nerve center if he wanted to. Needs to destroy the buzzer swarm, then bail out. They went elite too. Those guys went elite. He didn't bail them out. He could have. There was no buzzers there. Dual ref comes up, so Mars obviously has economy. Perhaps looking to place a barracks before he places another war factory, because he just needs to build some units in case another flame tank rocks up. There are some Scorp tanks here. They're going to have to pull back though. Looks like CGF worked his economy a little bit, so that's good. He's got 4 and 2, so he's basically at the same economy as Mars here, but Mars doesn't have a war factory, and that's really going to slow his production down. He's going to be getting money, but nowhere to spend it. His nerve center is pretty badly damaged as well. He's probably looking to come and take that out, but there's dev tanks coming. They can take these Scorp tanks easily. And look at that, shoots that Scorp tank, another warp sphere down. It's quite a distance away from the harvesters there. And look at that, he's got a veteran dev tank there. These two Scorp tanks moving around. I'm pretty sure, so this CGF probably should have gone with another flame tank at some stage, although he did sell. I've just remembered that he did sell his ops center. He has rebuilt it. There is a Seeker, an almost dead Seeker there, so that Scorp tank's probably going to go finish it off. And he does have 5 harvesters now. He's got 2 Scorp tanks here, so Mars is kind of stuck in his base. And look at that, he does have a flame tank up there. I did see decoy army cast on that, but I'm not sure if it worked or what. And no, that flame tank itself was a decoy. I'm not sure where the real flame tank is, because we would have had one to have cast that. I can't see it on the map. There it is actually. It is in the center. So he cast decoy army probably at the worst time. He should have cast decoy army when he was approaching his base and have one coming from each side, so that Mars didn't know which one was the real one. And look, dual war factory as well. Dual war factory, where is the Conyard? It hasn't been sold. It is being used to expand. There's a Black Hand squad going down there as well. And look at that, Mars has made a massive error there. He's had an engineer standing by that spike the entire game. We saw him send that out at the start. He's obviously forgotten about that. So that's really going to be that really could have helped him so far in the game. And he hasn't realized it's there. He needs to capture that spike ASAP. A lot of Scorp tanks moving through now. This dev tank army is more than enough to take it with some disintegrators mixed in. So slow moving force by Mars, but he'll easily be able to beat these what do you call them, Scorp tanks. And a flame tank comes in and it just melts those guys away. They just absolutely melt. He needs to send it into the buildings. He's sending it away from the buildings, and now he's coming back. But he's going to get a power plant. But yeah, again, he would have liked to have gotten more there. He may be able to get. Oh, he just doesn't quite get that extractor. It would have been a lot better if he did. Dual war factory by Mars. He obviously has a lot of money because he was delayed in his production, but he's kind of stuck in his base. It looks like Crazy GDI fan has expanded, and he has dual war factory, and he has a lot of Scorpion tanks. He needs to avoid these dev tanks at all costs though. He just needs to make sure he's not near them with his Scorp tanks at all, and engineer into the extractor. It's an efficient way to repair it other than using the repair tool, which will probably cost him more money and take a long time. And these Scorp tanks are moving down here. I don't think Mars can really afford to send his force away from his base, because these Scorp tanks will destroy his base if he leaves it. And then it will be game over, regardless if those dev tanks make it to the enemy base or what. It's aggressive play by CGF here. Mars really needs to try and do something to get out there and threaten CGF's base, but he really is hard pressed to do anything. And look at that, a lot of economy up by CGF. He's got a real good economy working. He's almost finished his first field. He's got dual ref with 3 harvesters already on his second, so he's going to be cranking cash. And it looks like Mars is just about out of money. And here come the tanks. Yeah, like I said, he needs to keep his Scorp tanks away from these dev tanks, because he just won't be able to beat those. Yeah, much better force. And Buggy's coming in, shooting down those disintegrators, and now attacking a photon cannon. Probably not the best idea. Yeah, he's pulling back out of there now. I think perhaps it may be tech time for Crazy GDI fan. If he dropped his, he doesn't actually have his tier 2 anymore. He's sold that again. I was going to say, if he pumped out a couple of purifiers, he really would be able to threaten these dev tanks with the Scorp tanks, but I can't see rockets doing it. I mean, it's good to have a lot of buzzer powers and stuff like that. He may be able to do it with a heavy rocket mix. Some corruptors down here, but yeah, definitely just Scorp tanks alone aren't going to get into this base. Although they are at the moment, because Mars is out of position. And these units here are going to come in. They're probably going to destroy that war factory. He'd want to keep them on aggressive stance. They're just about to drop the power plant, and they will get that war factory. And now he's going to reverse move out. So that was good. He got he got one expensive building and one mildly expensive building, but he's going to lose a few of his tanks there. Needs to get back for repairs. And here comes the imp spam. So he's gone with his imp instead of tech, and it's probably going to pay off in the short term. There's no build radius until this refinery here. Although I think war factories may give build radius in 1.3. I can't remember. There's the buzzer swarm power. Those Cabal squads cleaning up those buzzers, but the corruptors are coming in, and now the tanks are being thrown at these units. I'm not sure if that's going to work. He's throwing his units at these dev tanks. He needs to keep them away from those dev tanks there. He needs to finish that one off. Doesn't quite get it. More infantry there. Those corruptors pretty badly damaged and leaking a lot of Tiberium. But yeah, these dev tanks are really causing a lot of damage. They're a good force multiplier. They're causing a lot more damage for their losses, and CGF is just losing his grip here. He went for a big push, and he didn't quite get in, and there's still a lot of defense there, a lot of heavily damaged units that he could exploit. He's actually going down here, and he could attack here, which is undefended. Mars is very low on units at the moment, so CGF needs to work his advantage in that, and he must be gushing cash, because he's got triple ref, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 harvesters down there. He could even sell one of his refs off there, and he's got in, he's moved around. Mars needs to move his units down here. He's in trouble. And attacking the reactor now. If he cuts the power, those buzzer hives will be pretty much useless. He doesn't quite do it. He drops that power plant. He could easily drop these buzzer hives, which have next to no health. Basically a few rockets, and they're gone. But those dev tanks coming down, they're not going to be very good against infantry at all. There's a corruptor in there though, and that corruptor really causes some pain. And none of those dev tanks go down. And now these Scorp tanks are going to get cleaned up. They need to target the corruptor that's damaged. And look, decoy army, that was wasted. It didn't really do anything. And none of those units go down there. That's what I'm talking about. Oh no, one of the corruptors, he gets one corruptor out of that. And look at that Mars. I think his other name, well, he's actually got like quite a few names, but I think one of them is a god. I'm not quite sure, so I'll just keep calling him Mars. That's how it's supposed to go, right? Yep, Mars. So yeah, crazy GDI fan, not quite finishing off some of these units here, and he's lost a lot of units. It's just a handful of tanks. I mean, and now there's a lot of economy here by Mars. Yeah, he really needs to expand again. He has got his tech. He's upgrading something. He maybe charged particle beams. I'm not sure. Maybe TIB core rockets. Charged particle beams is actually really cheap to upgrade now. It's probably TIB core rockets, TIB core missiles, and he's going bikes now.